At 85, Mr. Langley's hands trembled so badly he couldn't hold a teacup without spilling. He thought it was just age catching up. But then, his daughter convinced him to try just 1 spoon of fish oil daily. What happened next stunned his entire family. Within 2 weeks, his tremors began to fade, slowly but clearly. Could something as simple as fish oil truly make that much difference? This is the story of a small change that led to a big transformation. Fish oil is one of the most underutilized natural therapies for neurological and cardiovascular support, says Dr. Grace Mitchell, integrative health expert. Its high omega-3 content helps reduce inflammation and stabilize nerve function, which is especially critical in seniors. Essential tremors and age-related shakiness are often dismissed as irreversible. But growing research shows that targeted nutritional support, particularly with omega-3 fatty acids, can reduce the severity and frequency of these symptoms. In this story, we follow Mr. Langley, an 85-year-old who experienced a visible improvement in his hand tremors after just 2 weeks of daily fish oil intake. What makes this case compelling is how simple and accessible the solution was. This article explores the surprising connection between fish oil and nerve control, why it works, and how other seniors may benefit from this gentle yet powerful supplement. Sometimes, healing starts with a single spoonful. For most of his life, Mr. Langley was fiercely independent. A retired schoolteacher and grandfather of 6, he prided himself on doing everything himself, from writing letters to preparing his morning tea. But by age 85, something had shifted. His hands began to tremble uncontrollably, turning simple tasks into daily frustrations. What started as a subtle shake while holding a pen soon became a visible, almost constant tremor that disrupted every aspect of his routine. "I couldn't butter toast without smearing it everywhere," he said. "I had to ask my wife to button my shirt for me." At first, he shrugged it off as a normal part of aging. But when his tremors worsened, spilling soup on his shirt, struggling to hold his toothbrush, his confidence began to erode. He withdrew from activities he loved, like painting and reading aloud to his grandkids. Even something as simple as holding a cup became a two-handed, concentrated effort. Doctors confirmed that his condition wasn't Parkinson's but rather essential tremor, a common neurological disorder that affects movement and fine motor control, particularly in seniors. The condition isn't life-threatening, but it is life-limiting and emotionally draining. Mr. Langley's options were limited. Prescription medications offered little relief and came with side effects like drowsiness and dizziness. Physical therapy helped some, but the tremors persisted. That's when his daughter, a nurse practitioner, began researching natural alternatives. She came across studies linking omega-3 fatty acids, found abundantly in fish oil, to improve nerve function and reduce neuroinflammation. Skeptical but desperate for relief, Mr. Langley agreed to try it. "1 spoonful a day can't hurt," he said. It became a quiet ritual, taken every morning with his tea. There was no expectation, no miracle hoped for. Just a simple change in hopes of a little improvement. And then, something happened. Within 10 days, his tremors, while still present, began to soften. By day 14, he could hold a fork with confidence and sign his name without the ink trailing like a seismograph reading. It wasn't a cure, but it was progress. And for Mr. Langley, it felt like getting a part of his life back. What made Mr. Langley's improvement so remarkable wasn't just the speed, it was the simplicity. A single daily spoon of fish oil seemed almost too good to be true. But behind that transformation lies a growing body of science connecting omega-3 fatty acids to better brain and nerve function, particularly in older adults. Omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, are critical components of cell membranes throughout the body, especially in the brain and nervous system. DHA, in particular, is concentrated in the gray matter of the brain and plays a direct role in maintaining the structure and function of neurons. These fatty acids help regulate neurotransmission, reduce neuroinflammation, and protect nerve cells from oxidative stress. As we age, natural levels of omega-3 in the body decline. This drop contributes to increased inflammation, slower nerve signaling, and even structural degradation of neurons, all of which can lead to symptoms like tremors, memory issues, and coordination problems. Supplementing with high-quality fish oil helps replenish these essential fats and restores a protective balance in the nervous system. Think of omega-3s as the oil that keeps the engine of your brain running smoothly, explains Dr. Grace Mitchell. They reduce friction, in this case, inflammation, and help the nervous system communicate clearly and efficiently. Recent studies support this. Research from neurological journals has shown that regular omega-3 supplementation can improve motor control in patients with essential tremors and slow the progression of neurodegenerative conditions. While it's not a cure-all, the impact is significant, especially when integrated into a broader plan of wellness and lifestyle care. Moreover, omega-3s are natural blood thinners and support vascular health, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients are delivered effectively to nerve tissues. This dual action, nourishing the nervous system and supporting circulation, makes fish oil a powerful ally in managing age-related decline. For Mr. Langley, the science translated into something very real: the ability to write again, to eat without fear of spilling, and to feel in control of his body. While he continued his other therapies, the spoonful of fish oil became a cornerstone of his daily routine, a simple addition with profound neurological benefits. While fish oil offers remarkable benefits, especially for the nervous system, one key question remains: why are seniors like Mr. Langley so commonly deficient in omega-3 fatty acids in the first place? The answer lies in a combination of lifestyle, aging biology, and dietary habits. As people age, their bodies naturally become less efficient at absorbing and metabolizing nutrients. The enzymes needed to break down and utilize fats decrease in activity, meaning even if a senior consumes omega-3s through diet, their body may not be using them effectively. Compounding this, older adults often have reduced appetite or dietary restrictions that limit the intake of fatty fish, such as salmon, mackerel, or sardines, which are primary sources of omega-3. In addition, modern Western diets are often skewed toward an imbalance of fats. Most people, regardless of age, consume far more omega-6 fatty acids, from vegetable oils, processed foods, and fried items, than omega-3s. This imbalance fuels chronic inflammation, which can worsen neurological conditions, joint pain, and cardiovascular disease, ailments that disproportionately affect seniors. Another major factor is reduced sunlight exposure. While vitamin D and omega-3s are different nutrients, many seniors become deficient in both because they spend more time indoors, especially those in care homes or with limited mobility. Less sun means less time outside, which also correlates with reduced physical activity, another factor in metabolic slowdown and nutrient absorption. Medications are yet another hidden culprit. Many seniors take prescriptions like statins, blood pressure medications, or diuretics that can interfere with fat metabolism or digestive health, further decreasing omega-3 uptake. Dr. Grace Mitchell highlights this growing concern. We see a pattern where seniors are not only deficient in omega-3s, they're unaware of it. And the symptoms, like tremors, fatigue, and brain fog, are often attributed solely to aging. Yet the good news is that this deficiency is reversible. Unlike degenerative diseases with no known cure, omega-3 deficiency can often be corrected through simple dietary changes or supplementation. And the benefits, improved nerve function, better mood, reduced inflammation, can appear within weeks. Mr. Langley's case isn't a miracle. It's biology responding to what it has long been missing. And it's a reminder that age should not mean decline, especially when the solution is a spoon away. When Mr. Langley noticed his tremors improving just 2 weeks after starting daily fish oil, even his family was surprised. Could a natural supplement really work that quickly? While every body responds differently, emerging science provides a clear explanation for why omega-3 fatty acids can produce noticeable neurological benefits in such a short time. The key lies in the anti-inflammatory power of EPA and DHA, the two primary omega-3s found in fish oil. Unlike other supplements that take months to build up in the system, omega-3s begin integrating into cell membranes within days. These fatty acids reduce the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, molecules that worsen nerve sensitivity and disrupt smooth signaling between neurons. In people with essential tremors or neurological instability, this reduction in inflammation can quickly restore better control over motor function. A 2020 study published in Frontiers in Neurology found that omega-3 supplementation improved tremor severity and motor coordination in older adults within just 14 days of use, particularly when combined with healthy fats and moderate activity. But the benefits aren't just mechanical, they're also chemical. Omega-3s help balance dopamine and serotonin in the brain, both of which play a role in fine motor movement and emotional regulation. Within 2 weeks, many individuals report clearer thinking, improved mood, and better control over their limbs. These effects create a positive feedback loop. The more stable the nervous system becomes, the less stress is placed on it, and the better it functions. Dr. Grace Mitchell explains, "People are often shocked by how fast they feel better with omega-3s. That's because these fats aren't foreign chemicals, they're essential building blocks the body has been craving. When you give your brain what it needs, it doesn't waste time." In Mr. Langley's case, consistent daily use allowed his cells to rapidly incorporate the omega-3s into their membranes. His nerve cells began firing more cleanly. His muscles received clearer instructions. And the tremors that had frustrated him for months finally began to subside. The turnaround wasn't magic. It was the result of a body finally being given what it needed to heal itself, one spoonful at a time. With such promising results, one might wonder, if fish oil can ease tremors and support nervous system health, why don't more doctors recommend it right away? The answer isn't always simple, but it reveals a significant gap in how modern medicine approaches senior wellness. Most conventional doctors are trained in acute care, not nutritional science. Medical education typically emphasizes prescription-based interventions over dietary or supplement-based solutions. As a result, physicians often reach for pharmaceuticals first, beta blockers or anti-seizure medications for tremors, even when those drugs bring side effects or only partial relief. Dr. Grace Mitchell explains, "Many doctors simply aren't taught to view food or supplements as powerful tools. That doesn't mean they don't work. It just means they're not front of mind in the clinical setting." Another reason is the subtlety of nutritional deficiencies. Unlike a broken bone or a clear infection, omega-3 deficiency doesn't show up with dramatic symptoms. Instead, it creeps in with fatigue, mild cognitive decline, shakiness, or emotional imbalance, symptoms easily dismissed as part of normal aging. This often leads to missed opportunities for non-invasive, nutrition-based interventions. There's also the issue of standard lab tests. While blood panels can identify deficiencies in vitamin D or B12, omega-3 levels are rarely tested unless specifically requested. Many patients and providers don't realize that such a simple marker could be contributing to complex neurological symptoms. Pharmaceutical influence in healthcare also plays a role. Medications are heavily researched, marketed, and incentivized, while natural therapies, which can't be patented, receive far less funding or attention. This leaves both patients and doctors underinformed about proven, low-risk alternatives like fish oil. Even when fish oil is mentioned, dosage and quality are often poorly understood. Not all fish oil products are equal, and ineffective dosing or low-quality brands can lead to underwhelming results, further fueling skepticism in clinical environments. Despite these hurdles, a shift is happening. Integrative medicine practitioners, functional nutritionists, and proactive caregivers are increasingly embracing omega-3 supplementation as a frontline option for seniors with neurological or inflammatory concerns. Mr. Langley's experience is proof, sometimes, what doctors overlook is exactly what the body needs most. And for seniors, that can mean reclaiming not just comfort, but confidence and independence too. For Mr. Langley, the tremors that once ruled his days had become background noise. Just one spoon of fish oil each morning had given him something no medication had: hope. But more than that, it gave him back the pieces of life he thought were lost for good. Within weeks, he no longer needed assistance to button his shirt. He could pour a cup of tea without anxiety. Most touching of all, he picked up a paintbrush for the first time in months and returned to his favorite hobby, watercolor landscapes. Each brushstroke felt like a victory, a reminder that age doesn't have to equal decline. This is the part of the story often missing from medical charts: the emotional and psychological toll of losing control over your body. For many seniors, even minor symptoms like hand tremors or joint stiffness can lead to social withdrawal, loss of independence, and a growing sense of helplessness. But when symptoms improve, even slightly, everything changes. Family members noticed it too. Mr. Langley smiled more, cracked more jokes, and looked forward to daily walks. The spoonful of fish oil had become more than a supplement, it was a symbol. A small, manageable act of self-care that returned dignity and possibility to his days. Dr. Grace Mitchell reflects, "For seniors, quality of life isn't just about avoiding illness, it's about restoring function, confidence, and joy in the everyday. And sometimes that starts with something as small and accessible as fish oil." Mr. Langley continues his routine faithfully. He still takes prescribed medications and attends checkups, but now he feels like an active participant in his health, not a passive observer. He's even begun sharing his story with other seniors in his retirement community, encouraging them to look beyond pills and consider the power of nutrients. His journey reminds us that it's never too late to reclaim control, vitality, and joy. Aging is inevitable, but how we age is often in our hands. Or, in this case, on the tip of a spoon. Ignoring tremors and neurological symptoms in seniors can lead to a rapid decline in both physical and emotional health. Left unaddressed, essential tremors can progress, making everyday tasks, like eating, dressing, or writing, extremely difficult, stripping away independence and self-esteem. Beyond motor control, omega-3 deficiency may worsen inflammation, cognitive decline, and cardiovascular risk. The result is not just discomfort but isolation, frustration, and a diminished quality of life. What begins as a harmless shake can become a silent thief of dignity. Timely intervention, often through something as simple as fish oil, can help prevent this slow erosion of well-being. Essential tremors and other neurological symptoms in seniors are often dismissed as inevitable, but they shouldn't be, says Dr. Grace Mitchell, integrative health specialist. In many cases, they signal deeper issues, like inflammation or nutritional gaps, that we can address naturally. She emphasizes the importance of omega-3 fatty acids in senior wellness, particularly for brain and nerve health. Fish oil is a gentle, low-risk supplement that supports cell function, reduces neuroinflammation, and improves motor control, she explains. Dr. Mitchell recommends choosing a high-quality, purified fish oil and starting with a standard dose of 1 to 2 teaspoons per day, always under medical supervision. She also advises combining supplementation with a balanced diet, regular movement, and periodic checkups to track progress. Don't wait for symptoms to worsen. Even small, consistent changes, like 1 spoon of fish oil, can restore control, confidence, and quality of life. The sooner you act, the better your chances of reversing the decline. If this story inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who may be silently struggling. A simple spoonful of fish oil could be the start of a brighter chapter in someone's life. Like this video, subscribe to our channel for more real-life stories and expert-backed tips on senior wellness. Have you or a loved one tried fish oil for tremors or brain health? Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your experience. Remember, aging doesn't have to mean giving up control. Sometimes, hope really does come 1 spoon at a time.